Oh. Hello, good day, everybody. So this is John Maria. This is for the Neurodev Coach Case Management Consultancy Program. So today is a special video. It's about reading, but I'm here to interview my one and only eldest daughter, Jordan.
Hi.
And she's 7 years old. So the reason why she's here is because Jordan is actually a very avid reader. So she likes reading. It's a part of her daily routine. It's something that she does a lot. So I thought that this interview would be useful for all of the parents and the homeschoolers and everybody in our consultancy. So welcome to you, Jordan.
Hi.
Say hi, yeah. Okay, so Jordan, I just want to ask you a question. So what's the importance to you? The importance to you, not the importance of reading to me or your mom, but the importance of reading in your life. No?
Well, maybe it's just something that I like to do. I also learn new words and small words, actually.
Mm.
Well, I learn also a lot of words and a lot of things that I don't actually know yet. So, yeah. The importance of reading. I'm not so sure, actually.
We'll get to that in a little bit. You don't have to look at the questions here, okay? Just go with what I'm saying, okay?
Okay.
I'll be the one to do that. Also, don't worry about that. So what I'm hearing from you, Jordan, is that you enjoy reading.
Yes.
And then you learn new things. Yes, you learn via reading. Okay.
Like the part when you said na I actually learn new word and you want me to do it more often?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You said that already when you were in the restaurant.
Yeah, that's right. No, so I guess that this goes to another question that I guess I want to ask about this, Jordan, right? But like, I know that you enjoy reading,
Yeah.
right? But there's also a part of reading that's useful, right? Like when you're doing homeschooling, reading the Bible, words that you encounter in the restaurant, like you said, or at the mall, no? Like, can you tell me maybe a memory recently in which you felt proud or you felt happy about yourself when you were able to read something in a useful situation,
Useful?
Yeah, useful, like restaurant, Bible, or just other stuff, I guess what I'm asking is can you tell me about one instance when reading was useful for you?
Reading was useful?
Mm-hmm.
There was one time na like I was reading in a mall with mommy, and then I was reading while walking in the mall, and mommy was asking me questions, and I was just answering them with the things that I saw in the book, and it was useful.
Wow. Okay. So all of the information that you see all around you.
Yeah. Almost every book I read, it's like a dictionary.
Well, can you explain that? Almost every book you read is a dictionary. What do you mean by that?
Well, as I told you, I learn new words. And by that, it's useful, like a dictionary is. Yeah. So that's why almost every book that I read that has a new word is a dictionary to me.
Right. What I'm hearing you say, Jordan, correct me if I'm wrong here, is that because you like reading books, because you love reading, you automatically, just in the habit of reading every day, learn new words.
Yeah.
So I don't have to force it on you. You will just learn the words on your own, yeah?
Well, yeah, if it's there in the book, at least, yes.
Yes. Yeah, so your mom was just telling me a couple of days ago that you have learned new expressions. I don't remember any of the expressions that she was mentioning, but you learned new expressions from the books that you're reading.
Like this?
No, not facial expressions, but like words, phrases,
Oh.
Yeah, well, figures of speech. I actually forgot what those words are, but he would use certain phrases that would come from books and
like gulping away with great gusto.
Gulping away with great gusto. Yes, when you're drinking something that's delicious. Yeah. So your mom's like, Yeah. So things like that that you would use in everyday language. I just want to say, Jordan, in case I haven't told you, your mom and I appreciate that very much.
Yay!
Yeah, we it's a pretty cool thing for us to see. Yeah.
Mm.
And speaking of the books that you like, can you tell me some of your favorite titles? I mean, I have them here in my hand, but what like generally, what are some of the titles that we can show the camera right now?
First, my top one is Asterix and Obelix.
Okay, Asterix and Obelix. Okay.
Also,
So yeah, so these are examples of Asterix and Obelix. So it's a story about ancient France, so when it was still called Gaul, during the Roman occupation.
yeah, and
So
when
this-
Queen Cleopatra was
So
still
this was
there.
also the time, interestingly enough, when around the time that Jesus Christ existed in the Middle East.
It's called before Caesar, not before Christ.
No, BC is before Christ. Yeah.
So it was also a joke.
Yes. That was a joke when it was used in the book. BC means before
Joke.
Christ. Yeah. So I just want to tell the people that Asterix books are not very. It's a very funny, humorous book that I recommend. It's a classic that's been around, I think, since the '60s.
It's hard to find.
It's very hard to find. No. Yeah. But I know that one other author in particular is easy to find and is also one of your favorites here, right? See Roald Dahl, right?
Yeah.
Can you show them? Yeah.
We usually buy this in Biblio.
Yeah, Biblio. So if you see books for less Biblio, you will see a lot of these books, these Roald Dahl books. Yeah, so a lot of us would probably be familiar with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. There have been several movies made about it. A lot of people don't know that, but there are actually a lot of movies that have been recently made that were also written by Roald Dahl, from Matilda
Yeah, this one is
to
not a movie.
BFG, right? James and the Giant Peach
Ooh.
became a movie too, right?
I'll
So,
play.
yeah, it also became a movie, I think. Yeah. So yeah,
The Twits.
the Twits, yeah.
Yeah, that's a new movie lang.
Yeah, it's a new movie. So you will so I just want to mention that
Though it's not same as the book.
so and the other title that you mentioned here would be Pokemon, right? No, I always tell people that Pokemon never died. I mean, Pokemon when I was 12 years old was famous, and I was into Pokemon, and she's into Pokemon. So these books about Pokemon are
Also.
the novels that were derived from the TV series, the anime, right? So, what is it that you like about Asterix, about Roald Dahl books, and Pokemon?
They're exciting, funny, and also kinds of different dictionaries. Actually, it's impossible for me It's impossible for me to not learn a new word each day.
That's right.
It's almost impossible because I read how many books a day?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. How much time do you think? You don't have to give me an exact time, but how much time do you spend every day reading books? I'm usually at work, so I don't know. This is an hour? About an hour?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, about an hour. Yeah, amazing.
But that's not in a day, okay? That's just when I have my time. I just read and read and read and read. Yeah, but I also read when I eat, read when I do almost everything.
Okay, so about an hour a day. And I'll tell you this, Jordan, because right now, technology is a big topic, among parents and people who parents who have kids, right? So, how would you compare reading books to, let's say, gadget time, watching movies, playing on your Tamagotchi? It's a modern Tamagotchi, by the way. Or how would you compare that experience of reading books to watching movies, series, Tamagotchi, etc.? Yeah.
Well, I do like books personally, but I also like gadget time. But I read books more.
Yeah. You read books more, and of course, your mom and I put a restriction on the amount of time you can be on the gadget every day, right?
Yes.
But I guess what would what do books give you that gadgets don't, you think? for you?
Well, sometimes looking like at the camera right now, it makes my eyes hurt. Well, yeah, I can learn also words by just looking at a screen, which makes my eyes hurt too. So reading doesn't make my eyes hurt. It makes it feel better. Well, maybe sometimes, but yeah, it makes my eyes feel better. Besides, it's also like the dictionary. So I would be saying that reading is better. So I only have a limited time of watching. Sometimes my mommy also says na, Jordan, eat ka muna, don't read. Jordan.
Yeah. And as I always tell your mom, remind your mom that that's not a bad problem to have. So that's what I
Yep.
think anyway. Yeah, as a homeschooling dad. You mentioned something when you compare like watching a movie. Let's say you've already watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie and you've read the book, right?
No.
You told me that you like the book better. Why is that?
Well, there's a few changes. And, well, they're not really the same, actually.
Hmm.
They're not so the same.
Correct.
Like in the movie, you're just allowed to, Charlie is only allowed to bring like one person. And in like the book, you can bring two persons. It's really different, actually, the book and the movie. So yeah.
You mentioned to me something about your imagination before. Can you talk a little bit about that when you're reading the book version as opposed to, let's say, watching the movie about it?
Well, you might not understand this clearly, but if you look at the screen, it's just like you'll just read you'll already know it right away. But if you like read a book, it'll take time in your head. You're just gonna imagine what it looks like. Or like pretend I'm reading about Charlie eating Charlie and the Oompa Loompas. So like I imagine them in my head. Like Charlie's in my head and the Oompa Loompas are in my head. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how is that experience compared to just seeing them? How would you compare that? Which is the better experience for you, honestly?
Books.
Yeah. It's more enjoyable in that sense, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I want to ask just a little tidbit here before we get to the end of our video, no? How your experience is, because I know this is very different when you read stuff that's in Filipino, right? We use English more than we do Filipino, right? But there are times that we read, right, stuff in Filipino, like with those books that we have, like the Adarna books and the like, right? How is that for you? You know?
Filipino books?
Yeah, we have some there. Yeah, you can get some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
English.
Yeah, so some stuff like that, yeah. Yeah,
Like
so
this?
I'm actually doing a separate video about these types of books. Yeah, so they can buy from National Bookstore or even Lazada. These are readily available and they have different themes and different things about them, right?
Yeah.
But how was that experience for you reading the Filipino when we do like Filipino homeschool also? How's that different?
To be honest, there's one thing that you don't know.
What?
Get one.
Yeah.
I don't really read it in Filipino.
I know there's an English version, no?
Yeah.
But when you do read Filipino every once in a while,
I don't understand them.
you don't understand it.
So it's hard for me to imagine too.
It's still hard for you to imagine.
I can't even understand also the Filipino songs.
Right.
I am a Filipino, but I just don't understand them, honest.
Okay. That means that you and I will need to work a little bit more in Filipino. That's okay, yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Actually, I do want to commend you because you have been developing well when it comes to reading in Filipino, you know? So you encourage yourself a little bit more. You're doing fairly well. Maybe not as well as English, and that's natural. Even I am better at reading stuff in English than Filipino, right? Yeah. Okay. As a last point that we can make here, what advice would you give to parents who want to encourage their kids to, to read more or to love reading like you?
Yeah, well, as I see my friends or my friends in Sunday school, or my friends in church, or my friends in learning adult, almost all my friends, they actually play Roblox, or Roblox and things like that, Minecraft. So I just wanted to say, just limit their gadget time to like maybe 20 minutes or so,
Yeah.
and convince them to like read more. Their brain will develop more than looking at the screen.
How do you know that their brain would... It's true, but how do you know that? But based on your experience, how do you know that your brain develops more from just reading?
Because I also do that.
Yeah. You feel like...
And you taught me.
Yeah. Do you feel like your brain is getting stronger, right? When you read
Yep.
more as compared to, let's say, when you have gadget time? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You do kind of feel that. Okay.
You don't actually learn anything when they're looking at the screen. Unless it's learning, like Khan Academy Kids, which also has a learning process and things like that.
That's right. Yeah. But when you read, you're enjoying and sort of learning at the same time. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Jordan, I want to thank you. This was an amazing interview.
Mm-hmm.
First interview that I've had with you for the sake of this consultancy service that we're doing. Thank you for being willing to do this. I did not force or coerce Jordan to be part of this. She willingly did it and said yes.
It's actually already Monday,
Yeah. It's been delayed for a while. So thank you for being here. So to everybody watching, we'll end here and we'll have more videos about reading this chapter. Yeah. I'll be teaching them a few things as well. So thank you so much and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.